Michelle Obama.
America, hope is making a comeback. Yeah, please welcome America's 44th president and the love of my life, Barack Obama.
Chicago! It's good to be home.
As you can probably guess after that introduction, our next story is about the US presidential election. Yesterday was day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. Traditionally, these conventions are held for one reason, so that the party can select their presidential candidate. But that was already wrapped up a few days ago. The Democrats officially nominated Kamala Harris on August 5th. However, that did not stop them from following tradition. There was a roll call last night, which soon turned into a dance party. With the formalities out of the way, they got down to their real business. You see, this year's Democratic National Convention, or DNC as it's called, is not about nominating Kamala Harris. It is about energizing the Democratic Party, which had been battered, bruised and demoralized after Joe Biden's debate with Donald Trump. Enthusiasm was at an all-time low. But now, a month and a half later, they're having dance parties. The mood change is striking. Harris's nomination has uplifted their spirits. However, it won't be enough to win the election. Her victory is not guaranteed by any means. Technically, she's leading in the polls, but the margin is narrow. One goof up and she could fall behind. And Kamala Harris knows this. So she wasn't even at the convention last night. Actually, she wasn't even in the same state. The DNC is taking place in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois. But Harris was campaigning in the neighboring state of Wisconsin, which is a swing state. It is crucial for her presidential bid. So that's where she was campaigning. And you can see that the Democrats are not taking anything for granted. They put Harris to work even as her nomination was being celebrated. So then, how did they energize their voters? Well, they brought out a few crowd favorites, the Obamas, starting with Michelle Obama, the former First Lady, and one of the most popular Democrats in the US right now. Yesterday, she used that popularity to drum up support for Kamala Harris, and she also took a swing at Donald Trump.
My husband and I sadly know a little something about this. For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. I want to know, who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
This was in response to what Trump said a few weeks ago. He said illegal immigrants were taking away black jobs. What does that mean? How do you define a black job? The term has racist overtones, and Michelle Obama turned this against Trump last night. It was a big departure from her earlier strategy. In 2016, her motto was, "When they go low, we go high." Basically, it was about taking the high road. But that's gone now. Instead, we saw her attacking Trump head-on, which means that she knows he's a serious threat. She also tried to instill some backbone into the Democrats, preparing them for the long road ahead.
So, if they lie about her, and they will, we've got to do something. If we see a bad poll, and we will, we got to put down that phone and do something. If we start feeling tired, if we start feeling that dread creeping back in, we got to pick ourselves up, throw water on our face, and what?
Michelle Obama really whipped up the crowd. She was followed by former US President Barack Obama, and he did not hold back either.
A 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes. We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse. America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
So there is joy and hope in this camp. Meanwhile, on the other side, Donald Trump is busy rallying his own supporters, and he's getting some help from Silicon Valley, from the likes of Elon Musk, the billionaire owner of the social media platform X. He recently interviewed Donald Trump on X. Elon Musk interviewed Trump, and now he's conducting a poll. He calls it a super unscientific poll to gauge voting preferences. Almost 5 million people have voted so far, and Trump is leading Harris 74 to 26. It really is super unscientific. But this gives a morale boost to Trump supporters. So in a way, Musk is for Trump what the Obamas are for Harris. And he's not the only tech mogul backing Trump. There are a host of them lining up to fund the Trump campaign through a donor network, which was co-founded by Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance. And how much money have they raised? Between $70 to $80 million, and this is just one donor network. So why is Silicon Valley backing Trump? It's because the tech world wants deregulation in certain sectors like cryptocurrencies and artificial intelligence, and they believe that Trump is the one who will deliver this. That is why they're pouring millions into Trump's campaign. And if there's one universal truth, it is this: money influences elections. That is a fact. And all this tech money will help Trump, which is part of the reason why the Obamas are still worried. It's why they told the crowd to expect setbacks. They're planning for the long haul. And the DNC is but a blissful pit stop before the real race begins.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.